Cry for what?
So you didn't do drama?
No, na Ekam. I've invited the traditional.
No, I mean the drama.
I didn't cry. They said I'll pay.
No, you would have not.
Me, I don't know how to pretend. I'm not feeling like it. That one day I will see dead body, I go cry. But yesterday, nothing do me to cry. I go begin to cry. Now I go know my true color for this burial because I'm being in the me, I not go cry.
You know me. Just video you.
They don't do me. So today is my dad's funeral, and these are my committee. These are my committee of friends. Normally, if you want to go by the culture and tradition of the Okele people, this lady is here. Say hi.
Hi.
Maria. They are supposed to give me 50,000 naira each. That's 500 cedis each. 500 cedis each.
Okay, so are you there?
Yes, in our money.
Now where?
Our country money.
You can see I'm the only dark-skinned person here.
In Nigeria, everybody is light-skinned.
Your name is Mama.
You are light-skinned by nature or by force. I'm lying. Some people are dark-skinned like me. Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to the channel. I'm so grateful to have you here again. Thank you to all of you, my OGs, for your kind words towards me during this period of my life. To be honest, I did not know that the passing of my dad will hurt me this way. Initially, I had this combination of anger and sorrow, but right now I've put away the anger and dealing with the sorrow, and it's not been easy. Thank you for coming. Please do wait to hit the like button of this video as I take you through the burial rites of my father in my village here at the south part of Nigeria, precisely Ukele Yala local government area of Cross River State, Nigeria. Thank you all for coming. If you're new, welcome. My name is Lillian, and I hope you hit the subscribe button. So you guys, I'm going to take you through how funerals are done in my village and everything that played out in at my dad's funeral. If you've been here for a while, you may have heard me say I did not have a great relationship with my dad, but there is nothing like that in my culture, in my tradition. If a father fails, the child is not expected to feel, you must do your part. It's something that you're supposed to do, but no one is going to is going to forcefully force you to do it. But it's the tradition of my people, and my mom wanted nothing but for me to follow every step of it, all from the beginning till the very end. And like I said, I already put away the anger I had. Now I'm dealing with sorrow and facing the reality on ground. So right now we are at the mortuary at a nearby town of close to my village to collect the body of my father. And I am not supposed to be here if I was married. So because I'm not married, I have to do this myself, okay? And if it's in a case I couldn't come, my best friend would have to come because I am the first child of my father. I have lots of brothers, but they cannot do anything except I permit them to do it. So I have to follow them with the boys from my village and my community, the people that were assigned to do this for this funeral, and the friends of my brothers, and we are heading back home from the mortuary. The road situation in my place is very saddening. Do you know that we had to use a bike to convey the body of my father to the village? Because from Yahe to my village is just less than, from Yahe to my dad's village is about 20 minutes. But the amount of money that we were charged because of the bad roads could not permit us to use the ambulance to convey the body. And if you know me, you know I do my thing the way I can do it, not because I have to do it for a show. So we had to use a bike. And this is why you see me crying out here every day, let the road be done. Because there are things that we are doing that we are not supposed to do, but we have to do them because the roads are bad. Anyway, that is that. Here is the cooking, and I'm doing my own cooking at a classmate's house near my father's house because I no longer live in my village, so I do not have where to cook. So I want my guests to be comfortable, and I am so grateful for my friends and my family. I mean, my mom and her family, and my friends and the families of my friends for coming through to support me. So we are doing the cooking for today. In Ukele, funerals are done 2 days for an adult, and I'll take you through. I will narrate some of the things that we do here in Ukele for a funeral that is not a Christian burial. Because my dad was never a fan of going to church. My dad was a very practical person when it comes to religion, and he refused to practice either the local or the church. So today that he's going back to his creator, we are doing it the Ukele way, what we have on ground that we do for people that are not affiliated with any religion. So my dad, this is a neutral burial in Ukele for adults. Thank you for coming. Like I said, thank you. So my beloved mom and her family and her friends and my friends and their families are all here to support me. At about this time, we have collected my father's body from the mortuary. We have laid it in state, and now we are preparing. So his family are already here. In Ukele people are big on family. But trust me, you can go all out and struggle for all I care from day one to your last day. You might not see anybody come to say, oh, this person is my family. But if anything happens to you, if anything happens to that person, that day you'll be shocked that with the outturn of people that will come in the name of family. So my dad, in his case, is a lucky guy. He comes from a very good family. My dad has amazing people in his family, and I love them all. I love my uncles. They have, I remember them having issues with my dad because of me. I remember my uncle coming to lock my dad's door, coming all the way from his own village to come and lock my dad's door because I had issues with my father, and he told my dad to go to his father's house, that I am in my own father's house. You see, my dad has incredible people as family members. Today, it was supposed to be hard, but they made it so easy. So we're only having to deal with the community and then the association that my dad belongs to. My dad has an association that he belongs to because he was a talented timber dealer. If you want to build a house, you call my father. The greatest Iroko tree that cannot be fallen by any other engine operator, my dad is the one that do it, and he has been on that for a very long time. So they have a powerful association here, and today we are responsible for their canopy, their food, their drinks, we gave them a goat. We gave so many things that they requested we do. So we have done our part. And then the community as well will come to demand. We've settled the community, but hopefully, I hope nobody comes. But I was disappointed that later at night, the women of my village, I think they had a meeting on my behalf. They wanted to punish me because I don't go home. So they came, make demands. These demands could rank from giving them a goat or a live chicken, a half bag of rice, groundnut oil, tomatoes, money, like a crate of beer. Then they used to come with their own. So because I don't go home often, and they had it in mind that they're going to punish me, even if they don't need those things, they came to me that I should provide. So we have canopies by canopies. So I was made to choose because I am the first daughter, the first child, even though my brothers are the one that run around, because in my custom, as a woman, I'm supposed to be behind the background. They come to me, seek advice, take the money, or if it is something I cannot provide, I ask them to bring their own. We join together and do it. But to face the community, the families and others, my brothers are the one that do it, especially my immediate younger brother. So it's finally time for the funeral rites of my father to take place in Ukele. And like I told you, we are doing this the Ukele way. Normally, if you are a church's person, your church will want to claim the funeral. But in this case, we are doing it the traditional way. And in Ukele, if you're an adult, for adults, we have 2 days allocated to the burial of that person. But if the person is below the age of 30 and they do not have kids, no matter how rich your family is, the day the person unalive and the body taken to the mortuary, the day you come back to the house with the body, Ukele people will sink it down 6 feet. It is non-negotiable. If the person do not have kids, the person is not married, the person is below the age of 30, we don't keep that body for long, because he or she is not supposed to die according to my custom. But since the person is unalive, they must bury that person. But since my dad is an adult, we have 2 whole days to honor him. And this is the first night, the wake keeping. In my own tradition, the Ukele people, the not Ukele people, we stay with the body at the deceased compound till morning. And I am not allowed to get up from here and go inside to sleep. So when I turn around and I see my friends, their mothers, their husbands, their friends, people coming to support me, I was touched. My mom and her family. So if you're confused, why is your mom not mourning? My mom and dad are no longer together, and in my tradition, she owes my dad nothing. The only reason she's here now is because of me. So in Ukele, once you're married and you're no longer married, and you have refunded the bride price, but you have a child together, once you have a child together, that child binds you together forever. So, in fact, but if there's no child between you, you are not considered anything, even though you are still married. Even though you are still married, they are limited. Even though you are married, if there's no child between you and the marriage ends, there is nothing much to do as long as you have refunded the bride price. Okay, that's how it's done. So my dad has a widow, he has a wife, and she's not going to be in this video because she's not in my video. So she's not allowed to even come outside here. The tradition is not that great. It's not in favor of women, but there's nothing bad that the Ukele people are doing for me to want to question, because even with the fact that it don't favor women greatly, it does not at the same time affect women that much, apart from, because if it was the other way around, my dad would have mourned her and is not allowed to roam around. So she have been caged close to the casket by her friends. When I say cage, not like cage, but according to the custom, she's not supposed to get up and come. So we have done the cooking for the day. We have eaten. All my guests have eaten. We are now at the funeral compound, my dad's compound, under my own canopy. My mom family are here. Everybody, my friends, their husbands, their wives, my sister, my brother-in-laws, everybody, the people of my mom's village came. It's just that it's distance away, and it cost them a lot of money to get here due to bad road. So a lot of people would have been here but couldn't make it because of the distance. Okay, so we presented kola nuts and alligator pepper. Is this alligator pepper? Not really, but this local pepper here, and then cocoa and a coconut and a book. So in that book, we are going to take note of people that make donations. In Ukele, donations in funeral are a must. It's a big thing here. Even though I didn't want to collect money from a lot of these people here, because some of them are struggling, and I can see, I can feel. So taking money from them when I know they are struggling way more than me was a struggle, but I had no choice, because that money they are giving to you could be very little, like maybe 1,000 or 500 naira, 200 naira, 100 naira, 10,000 naira, as the person can afford. But it's a show of love in my custom to support you to be able to bury your debts, because funerals are expensive, and I didn't know. With the fact that my brothers and I kept it basic, as you can see, you will not believe what happened. All the money they donated for me, we were spending. People were coming to make demands. The women of my village were coming to make demands, the youth, the friends. And thankfully for me, my dad has a good family. So they made it easy for us. Themselves, they didn't request for too many things. But I'm so glad you turn around here. People are there to support you. And maybe I want to leave you to have a glimpse of the background of what is happening here. My dad will be buried tomorrow, the 16th of April, but this is the 15th, and people have started to come, and I'm surprised at the outturn of people that came for my dad's funeral, and everything went so smooth and easy. No fight, no problem, no stealing of anything. We do not have police stations in Ukele, and I will explain that. Let me just allow you a glimpse into the background, then I'll come back and explain to you why we do not have police stations here. So in Ukele, we do not have police stations, okay? We take care of our issues ourselves. Before you arrest anybody in Ukele, you must seek the permission of the village. Then the village, if it's a big deal, they will seek the permission of the community. If it is a big deal, then the whole Ukele can come together and sit down, and it's not something you want, trust me. And I love my people because of the transparency of the justice system of my people. We don't do it, we don't involve the police, we do it ourselves. So these days, people have seen the consequences of people who lie against other people, or people who take bribe to give justice to people that don't deserve it, and oppress those that cannot, that do not have a voice. So because of that, the justice system in Ukele is very a straightforward one. So people are afraid to want to dare to try not to obey the rules or do the right thing. We don't cover up for people. The capital punishment for unaliving of somebody in Ukele is not negotiable. We do not involve the police, my brothers and sisters listening to this. And that is why the crime rate here is so low because there is no negotiation. Police are not allowed when it concerns that. I have talked about a man that unalived somebody, but is his family member, and he did it under a very pretentious way, in a way that he covered up, and he's paying. His generation are still paying. So in Ukele, we don't involve the police like that, and because of that, we only have one police station right now at Wanokom, the headquarters of Ukele. If should today Ukele gets a local government of our own, Wanokom is the headquarters, because that is where we meet to discuss. That is where, if an important guest is coming into Ukele land, Wanokom is the stop. All of us from the other communities, all the way us, we travel down to Wanokom, and it has been a tradition, and it's something that we do not intend to change, because it brings us together and help us to just be there for one another. So strangers, if a stranger is unalived in Ukele and his family comes, there is no negotiation. Ukele people are handing the what do you call them? The criminal, the suspect, to the families or the police. This is when the police comes in. That is, if it involves an Ukele person and a non-Ukele person. So that is how we do it here. And I like my people, because even with the fact that the justice system, we don't involve the police, we are peaceful, everybody is fine, because you know what you will get if you unalive somebody. There is no negotiation, no matter how rich your family is, because we do more on spirituality than physical. You just know that if you do this thing and you get away with it, you will pay naturally, and it won't take time. So people are very careful, and I like it, okay? Even though I don't worship whatever, we don't really have anything we worship here in Ukele. We just have one mind where we sit and agree. Once the elders of the Ukele kingdom, the whole Ukele sit and agree on something, and then you go behind to do another, it's a problem. So we don't support crime here. We say no to injustice, and this is why the crime rate is low. Like, it's as good as no crime at all. You go stealing, you are caught, there is a punishment already, you know it. Growing up, they let you know what to expect, and you see other people who have dared to try go through it. You'll be stripped naked and handed, and they whatever you steal, they'll place it on your head. If it is a motorbike, they'll put it on your head and parade you the whole of the community. Not a village or a community, God forbid. And they'll parade you naked. You go walk around with that thing on your head, God forbid. Then if it is unaliving, it's even brutal. I don't want to talk, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't want to talk, because, you know, people want mercy after they have caused so much pain to other people, right? In my own tradition, there is no mercy. A life for a life. And the sad and scary part is they don't unalive the murderer before they bury them. You know what that means? And they bury them the same grave with the victim, and they bury the person alive. Okay, alive. So my people, and it's not something you negotiate for. You say, okay, let me whisk the person away, because we are rich. If you whisk the person away, the entire family will pay for it, with nobody coming to tell them you are paying. They will just, a lot of, in fact, I don't want to go there, it's a scary thing, but I like it because it helps everybody to sit up. So we don't do police here. We deal with our issues. Before we involve the police, maybe on minor issues, maybe husband is harassing wife too much and is stubborn, the community have warned him, he refused, then we can now go to all those issues. Oh, this one is owing me money. We try to report to the community leaders, okay? And I like my people. So I'm tying this as a sign of me mourning. This was given to me by my best friend. because I have to use it. She gave me this and some amount of money, and then we wrote the money down. So in case they are also bereaved, I will send support. So she is my bestie. She gifted me a wrapper. So anyone that sees me like this will know that I'm mourning, and they will tell me, "Nzon, oh sorry," you know. So we are still cooking what we will eat for the day, as my family and the community continue to go head to head, while my father's body is lying there and his wife, the widow, is seated beside. We, his children, are being taxed from here and there. For me, it's the women of my village. They think I've forgiven them, but I've not. Those women dealt with me. If not that, I have a supportive mom. I have a supportive mom and friends. These women came all out, and they just want to go off on me because I don't come home. It's not my fault. It's not my fault I don't come home. Oh God, I love my people. I won't lie, okay? See, I love a lot of people. If I come to your country or culture, your tradition, I study and see how you do things, and they are transparent. You don't oppress the poor, the less privileged in your land. Trust me, I will love you. That's me. And this is why I love Ukele people. So my father family have to sit down today. If anybody is owing my dad, maybe a family member or non-family member, you have to come and speak. Or if you don't come and speak about it, they will call you and ask you there, and you cannot lie. You are not supposed to lie. If you're owing the person, you will pay. If the person is owing you, the person family will pay you. That is how we do it before we bury that person. So cooking, and more cooking. I have lots of friends. More are coming. And there's this particular one that came because her husband has money and is popular. He's a politician in Ukele. So people were now saying, oh, for her to have come here and cook, they were saying I live in America. She came because of me. It was all funny. So I told all my friends that whatever they said I live in America, and I want it to continue that way, okay? So Ghana is Canada. I live in Canada.
Una carry money ba?
Nobody had married you I've changed. I know. I'm a changed person. Okay. Oh my God, I've changed. Me? I'm going to heaven with mommy praise.
It's somebody covered.
Linda Ogini. You go after Linda Ogini.
I said, "Can I Linda?"
Choma send me SIM card finish.
Nah. Now your berry, your papa.
Go and kill your papa and do your berry. I'm an uncle look on you. Babu happened. I didn't come here. Let me eat. I'm here now.
Okay, my tabang lulu bante.
Look on our listen. Friends.
I know it's like Bali.
Ulete, I know they fear how. And can never ban. In Balaban, in a cancan, in Bafu, all the way from there. Eh, and I'm back back on Egana.
So follow me.
Egana. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my pastor. Fancy minutes or fine young. Who got this pic?
I'm make it a couple. I'm bola me straight.
Eh, but table can talk now. But table. I miss you people so much, especially Daddy. Yine, no be man go bakule. We see the same set of people, film, tell and film. But about the same. And while you are feeling sleepy, your eyes they're about to cover. Spell The same set of people, year in, year out. Eh? Why? I need to change friends. I need to change friends.